So I'm Garima Lodha, and I have completed my civil engineering from LD College of Engineering, and right now I have secured admission in IIM Lucknow. So during my 2 years of college, after I had completed the first 2 years of my college, I was pretty sure that I want to do management. But the understanding of management then that I had was kind of hazy. So all I knew was that I kind of am inclined towards marketing or HR, but I was not sure what I want to do. And in terms of management, the first name that came to me was IIM. So if I had to say, the dream that I had 2 years back was actually getting into a good IIM. So the mock series that happens, they're very identical to the actual paper that will be subjected to on the day of the examination, be it for CAT, be it for INMAT. It's kind of identical. Even the buttons that we are going to press, it's very identical. So how it helps, or how it helped me personally, was that on the day of the exam, I'm not really concerned about the interface. I'm already acquainted with it. So on the day of the exam, I'm like, it's my 100% focus right on the question and not on the other things. So it gets you more focused, and obviously helps, I think it helps in getting a better result. So the GDPI preparation here was very, very rigorous. So at Endeavour, what they tried to do, basically what I felt they were trying to do was that they imitate the exact condition which is going to come up at GDPI elsewhere. And the number of GD preps that I have gone through, I think they are above 11 to 12. So I do not have that amount of fear anymore when I'm actually sitting in a group of 8 to 10 aspirants. I do not have that fear anymore because I've done the same thing here at Endeavour. And the PI part was the best because frankly, I believe the worse your PI goes, the mock PI, the better it is at the original PI, because then you already know the kind of questions that are going to be thrown to you. You already have a sense of the answers that you're going to come up. So there is a set of basic questions that will come to you in a PI. So when I'm answering to the original panel over there, my answers come out very structured, and obviously it gives a better representation of me. One of the most peculiar things about the original interview is that the interviewers are going to intimidate you. So they'll start with the easy questions and you feel that you've got a good grasp on the interview, and then they'll keep on bombarding you with harder and harder questions. And frankly, for me, what worked was that, it's okay to say that you do not know. You can be honest. I don't think that actually lying or coming up with some sort of a fake answer would help. They're actually going to make you really uncomfortable. For me, IIM Lucknow interview went uncomfortable at certain points. They would actually frankly ask you right on the face that if you have written a research paper, why don't you actually go do masters in the engineering? They actually told me that they think I'm better suited for a masters in engineering. And at that point, I think I had two options. I could actually agree with them, or I could show them my perspective. So for me, I think the biggest tip, if I have to call it, is that you're supposed to keep your calm in the interviews and have a good, nice smile and be calm. If I have to give prep tips to my junior, I think I'll have only two. So I remember that there was a time when I kept on doing terribly on the OMCs that I was giving here. And despite of practicing at home, something or the other would go wrong, and the results would be worse than I had expected them to be. But it's okay to be disappointed, it's natural. But I think after 2 to 3 hours of being sad about it, you are supposed to get back up and do. For me, I think most of my interviews were circulating around the extracurricular that I have done. And I think I was very active in my college life. So, if you're going to talk in your interviews, you need to have substance behind. So don't sit idle in the 4 year or 3 years of your college. Go out, do something. Have a great pile of certificates and stories to tell, because at the end of the day, an interview is a conversation and you need to tell some sort of a story there. So other than the academics, you're supposed to have some other background as well. This is going to sound really strange, but I remember that for Emerge here, we were supposed to make a presentation on Elon Musk. And strangely, in the IIFT examination, the GK section had 2 questions on Elon Musk, and I was able to answer that question just because of the presentation that we did here. So I think nothing that you do in your life is going to be for waste, and you should participate in as many things as you can do.